香港《明报》引述多名京城消息人士称，习近平已经获得军方支持，将在20大获得推举为所谓人民领袖，并且连任。之前的头衔已经有所谓党的核心、军队统帅。传出军方共识条件是要在习近平任内并吞台湾。
现在真正东升西降、东强西弱了吗？可能没有，他们洗脑呢，洗老百姓，洗完之后回来自己慢慢相信。中共的很多领导人现在被自己的文宣所欺骗、所误导。独裁国家或在这种封闭国家里面，他的讯息回馈并不正确，或者说顺着你的意思去回馈讯息给你的时候，这种是很危险的。这时候你做决策，你可能会失之毫厘，谬以千里。
通过不同的东西吹嘘自己是人民领袖，越讲这种话越心慌嘛。
学者闵居正认为，如果共军讲的是真心话，可能一是好战求表现，二是相信中共自己的宣传而过度自信；如果军方不是真心话，可能一是为了争取经费，二是拍马屁保全自己，三是设下陷阱让习近平误判。
第三个比较危险，设陷阱。我们实在是怕你，我们想把你搞下去，但是呢，凭我们这样搞又搞不下去，搞你去打台湾。你不一定会去打台湾，但你做出的动作弄的时候，美国、日本或欧洲各国受不了了，他们动手把你习近平打下去。
他动机是要跟习近平叫板，就是低级红高级黑。
26国环太平洋军事演习正在进行，美军太平洋舰队司令表示，演习的设计就是因应2027年的台湾海峡情势，要阻止中共进犯台湾。
告诉中共，我们是有准备的。你如果轻举妄动的话，我们也不会客气。如果军方也看得懂，他还叫习近平去打的话，那你觉得他在干什么？习近平的连任还是有变数的，这变数就是派系斗争。
新唐人亚太电视林玉堂、张东旭报道。
Možda i najveći neimarski poduhvat u našoj istoriji zalog je za razvijenu Crnu Goru koju ćemo ostaviti našoj djeci. Upućujem riječi zahvalnosti partnerima i svima koji su bili angažovani na projektu, koji su dio svojih karijera i života nesebično ugradili ovaj projekat.
Ovaj put povezuje građane Crne Gore. Isto tako ovaj put povezuje Crnu Goru sa regionom i Crnu Goru sa Evropskom unijom. A sa druge strane i povezuje Crnu Goru sa nama prijateljskom državom Kinom. Ono što je vrlo važno reći, da je na obostrano zadovoljstvo završena prva dionica puta i mislim da je to obostrani interes, kako za Crnu Goru, tako i za nama veliku prijateljsku državu Kinu.
The outbreak of unfinished or rotten tail buildings in many parts of China has led to a wave of disgruntled homebuyers refusing to pay mortgages. As reported by Bloomberg, the number of projects facing loan snub has been increasing quickly in the last few days. On July 11th, only 28. The next day, the figure rose to 58 projects. July 13th witnessed a nearly doubled figure, with at least 100 projects. On July 14th, Apollo reported that the loan suspension project had reached 150. Bloomberg says the current housing loan boycott has occurred across over 50 cities. The Ministry of Housing and Urban-Rural Development urgently held meetings with major Chinese banks and financial regulators to discuss solutions. They worry about the movement of mortgage-paying refusals, which causes more buyers to follow suit. Consequently, it can spark losses in Chinese bank shares and developer bonds. Thus, China's property crisis may spread to the financial system, triggering social unrest. At present, the meeting results in no immediate solution. A relevant person from a large state-owned bank says that generally, when signing a contract, the borrower's repayment obligation is unconditional. As for housing delivery, it is a matter between the buyer and the developer, and the bank has no direct relationship. This statement angered many netizens, one of which was liked by more than 50,000 netizens, indicating the bank's illegal issuance of loans is a serious breach of contract. Another asks what the banks think and why they don't ask the people how they want to live. This message also received support from more than 30,000 people. Someone says it's very depressing not to get a house, and the home buyers must continue to repay the loan. They would like to stop payment because real estate companies are facing losses. Therefore, it is difficult to pay off the money. Moreover, many buildings are unfinished and even collapsing. After a lengthy period of lockdowns and strict enforcement of the zero-COVID policy in many provinces and cities, the property market has frozen in China. Besides, the wages in many places have decreased, another indicator showing the Chinese economy has fallen into crisis. According to Bloomberg, the Citigroup analysis team led by Griffin Chan reported that as of July 12th, buyers of 35 development projects in 22 cities had decided to stop repaying their mortgages regardless of the damage to their credit records. The cause was project delays and falling real estate prices. As of 2021, there are as many as 186,000 delayed housing construction projects in 24 key cities in China. According to a Voice of America report, Shenzhen has always attracted teachers with high salaries in the past. The salary was up to $44,478 for master's and doctoral students from Beijing and Qinghai, and they also enjoyed many welfare subsidies. However, severe pay cuts began in March, with some salaries shrinking directly to $11,860 to $14,825, and some year-end performance bonuses reduced by 60%. China's Xijinping.com also said that civil servants in many coastal areas were experiencing a wave of pay cuts, with the coastal areas hit hardest. However, the article was deleted shortly after publication. Voice of America reports expert Xie Tian, a professor at the Aiken School of Business at the University of South Carolina, said China is now facing a shrinking manufacturing industry and financial and real estate crises. The three situations together have caused economic development to freeze. Xie also commented on the significant salary cuts and retirement benefits for civil servants, and pointed out this was a big problem with the finances of the local government. A growing number of desperate homebuyers across China withhold mortgage payments on unfinished projects, worsening fears of financial contagion in the country's troubled real estate sector. Celebrities Jet Li and Zhang Yimou are eager to sell their properties. Investors are dumping China's banking and real estate stocks and corporate bonds issued by property developers. The escalating crisis engulfing China's property sector is now affecting the country's middle class, posing a threat to social stability. Chinese banks, already grappling with challenges from liquidity stress among developers, now have to brace for homebuyer defaults. According to Griffin Chan, Citigroup Inc. analyst, the contagion is spreading to banks. Non-performing loans triggered by the wave of mortgage payment snubs could reach as much as $83 billion, about 1.4% of the outstanding mortgage balance. Betty Wang, ANZ's senior China economist, said, "What concerns us is if more homebuyers cease payment, the spreading trend will not only threaten the health of the financial system, but also create social issues amid the current economic downturn." Current affairs commentator Jinping stressed the issue with China's housing presale system. Property developers can borrow money from banks to buy land from the regime for housing projects. They can then presale houses to collect money from the public. Banks will benefit not only from becoming developers' lenders, but also from selling mortgages to homebuyers. The regime gets its share from collecting taxes and selling land. It is down to homebuyers' risk of stalled construction and low housing quality. He believes the suspension of loans will spread nationwide. There is a thunderstorm in the banking system. Although the suspension of loans will affect the credit of the owners, many people are so poor that they don't care anymore. On July 11th, 9 Chinese Hong Kong-listed companies were kicked out of the Hong Kong Hang Seng Index, of which 8 were real estate stocks. The movement, which appears to be gaining traction, threatens to kill a nascent property sector recovery and could trigger regime intervention. The Ministry of Housing and Urban-Rural Development met with financial regulators and major banks this week to discuss the mortgage boycotts, Bloomberg News reported Thursday.
According to Sound of Hope, China's real estate market continues in a severe recession. Real estate developers fail to deliver houses on time, and many customers default on their mortgages. The customer's decision not only results in the developer not having the capital to complete the project, but also makes the bank face the risk of bad debt. Sound of Hope said that there are tens of thousands of unfinished housing projects in China. According to HK Finance, think tank Kirei said that Henan province is the king of unfinished projects in China. As of the end of last year, there were 699 unfinished projects in Henan. The rate of unfinished houses in Henan's capital, Zhengzhou, reaches 28%. In the first half of 2022, the volume of transactions in China's real estate market fell by more than 50% year-on-year. From January to May this year, commercial and residential sales in China fell by 23.6% year-on-year, and sales fell by 34.5%. According to VOA's report on July 13th, Xie Tian, a professor at the University of South Carolina, said that the main source of revenue for the Chinese government is from land, but now that revenue has dropped 50%. Xie Tian said that China is now facing 3 major crises simultaneously: a declining manufacturing industry, a trouble